go ahead and find a comfortable meditative space and close your eyes. And take a breath and just settle into wherever you are. And often I ask the question, where are you right now? And I'm noticing I'm kind of off a little bit to the right. And so I'm going to bring myself back to the center. And in this meditation, it's going to be a journey for me to help you to come into the here and now, here into the moment, and follow your breath for a few cycles. And as you're focusing on your breath, notice if you're holding on anywhere in your body, like tensing any of your muscles. And if so, you could gently invite those areas to let go, to release. Any stresses you're holding on to the day, any worries, simply let them go. Just release them from your body. And what I'm noticing now, just in the collective field, is there's a lot of mental thinking going on. Mercury just came out of retrograde, and there's still like a lot of like, okay, figuring it out. What are my next steps? What do I need to do now? This looks like in the collective. And what this does is it kind of furrows the eyebrows towards one another and tightens some of our facial muscles and really gives us that kind of a pre-headachy. And it also off grounds us, like it brings the energy from down, it brings it up. So I'm going to invite you to switch off the mental processing for right now. And I'm going to do some energy healing to help bring this energy from above down. Just imagine it coming down, 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 splitting at your throat, coming down your arms out through your fingers. And coming down, down, down. Pelvis, thighs, legs, feet, and all the way down into the earth. Wiggle your toes. Maybe even stomp your feet to really bring your attention from above to down below. So the theme for today is going to be connecting in with your heart. And I'm going to invite you to be like a heart space supportive of everybody else on this call and towards yourself. Think about your intention for being here. And now think about what vibration you want to leave this call with. Go ahead and create a picture of yourself in that vibration. Maybe it's clarity. Maybe it's actually support. You know, sometimes people are feeling lonely these days. So whatever that missing ingredient is for you, go ahead and imagine in 45 minutes leaving this call feeling more of that ingredient, whatever it just was for you. And breathe into that, feel that. And let's set a collective intention together. And it looks like the intention I'm hearing is to be more free, which is like out of the headspace, out of the busyness of the mind, into a place of more flowing freedom, less effort. Let's set that as an intention. And now I'd like you to envision with me a flowing river, carrying all those stresses down the river, releasing them. And we're going to end by taking in the color blue. I'm going to call it Tranquility Blue. So this is a medium light blue, and sort of like the water flowing, a stream flowing. Go ahead and take this energy into the crown of your head. Let it split at your throat. Let it go out through your arms, through your shoulders, out through your fingers. and let it come down from your throat to your chest, torso, belly button, legs, feet, and down into the earth. Take a couple more collective breaths. And feel now a sense of inner peace that has come into your body. More quieting. When we quiet ourselves, that's where we get more information. And I'm also noticing a real openness in everybody here, like an openness and willingness to get new information and to incorporate it. And that's the best place to be coming from when you're doing energy healing with me. And when you're ready, let's lean forward and touch the ground. That's how we complete the readings. That lets any excess residue of anything seen and unseen fall off of you and away. And when you're ready, come sit back up with your head on top of your spine. We'll give you all a moment to join me. And when you're sitting here in the seat, just notice the level of your straightness now. Sometimes in even my mini meditations, the spine corrects and you feel more present and more here. So just notice how you're feeling right this very moment. Take a breath and feel how full your breath may feel inside your body. And this is the work that you're doing that deserves the appreciation. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. All the beautiful ladies here. And here we are. Let's imagine forming a circle. Like I like the image of having a circle, even if it's a virtual circle. And these circles are like sharing and inspiration and going deep. I like to think of it that way. And I feel all of your hearts really open right now to support one another. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to call on, if you would like a reading, and I'm going to offer you a reading, and you could pick one topic you want me to look at that you want guidance, information, or more awareness around or healing. I'm going to shut my eyes for the healing. I invite you to keep your eyes open and your arms and legs uncrossed. Everybody listening, arms and legs uncrossed. So like an open position. So it's open for me to read the energy and open for you to receive the information. And I don't work so much like a fortune teller. I work more so that I could see what are the blocks in the energy field and help those to be cleared. And any information I see, I will convey. And so I could help you get closer to where it is you want. Are you ready? Okay, great. So if I have permission to read your energy, please say, I accept this healing.
I accept this healing.
Great. And what could I help you with today?
I'm in a place of extreme opportunity for career moves, for forward movement in my life passion. All moving very quickly, but very confusing sometimes just to take in, and just a lot of new things, a lot of new experiences in my field that I want to be in for the rest of my life. So I would love some guidance there. Yeah.
Okay. So the thing that looks most important is to be present. You look a little bit scattered, and it's awesome, but you're in a fortunate place. So the planet Jupiter is on your side. So opportunities and even people are wanting to get closer to you right now. And so you're having a hard time trying to figure out how to divide your time. Like maybe there's some friends who want to spend more time with you, or there's family. And so it's a little bit of feeling pulled out in many different directions. And then you're like, okay, I hear a lot of shoulds. Like, okay, I should just read a book, or I should just do this. And it's almost like your mind is so busy that that's the exact thing that's actually taking up more time than it needs. So, okay, I'll teach you a technique to get the information from within you, like clarity. And this is something I recommend for many people. And then to like stop the like second guessing yourself and the shoulds, just stop all that. It's taking so much of your time and energy, and it's kind of ungrounding you. So the more ungrounded you are, the less like ability you will be to manifest. So the technique I'm going to teach you is the hand on the heart. So let's all do this together. Go ahead and put your left hand onto your heart and just wait to feel your heartbeat into your hand. So we're dropping our attention from our head down into our heart, down into our body. We're going to create an all loving, all nurturing environment here at your heart. Soften your muscles. Mostly it's asking your heart for guidance. So the question might go something like this. What is it I need to focus on right now in my life? And what's the first answer that rises up for you?
Rest.
Okay, great. And I want you to create a vision of what that means. Does that mean like going to bed earlier? Or maybe you're not, I see a picture of you are not having actually like really peaceful sleep because your mind is so busy that it's not actually letting you rest. So maybe take a melatonin tonight, an hour before you want to go to bed, and like just like turn off the computer an hour before, half an hour before, and like really let your mind chill. And then let's ask your heart again. What is it that's most important for you that you need to attend to right now? Let's see if anything else comes up. What's the first thing that came to your mind? It came up and then you kind of pushed it to the side. What was that?
Yeah, I was trying to think of a better way for it, but just my trust in myself. So like my confidence, self-assuredness. That's the most
Yeah,
important thing.
yeah, that's true. Okay. So I want you to create a vision of you having trust and feeling self-assured. Kind of like when you got on the call, you kind of held that energy, I noticed. And so, right. And there's definitely some work that could be done around that. But just remember how it feels to be in confidence and certainty. I hear the words, you got this, you got this, you got this. Okay. And so the third thing I'm going to throw in there is just being present, being with the moment, like you are right now. And right now, your energy feels really like present and powerful, actually, because you're in the moment. So the three things we got for you is rest,
Yeah.
believing in yourself, having self-confidence. Right. Those really are the three ingredients. All the other things are kind of, you can relax your arm because I'm talking now from my head. So all the other things are kind of like details. And if you have those three things, like your body's rested, so you're clear, then you will have the information about what you need to do. So like somebody will be like, hey, do you want to go to the movies? And you'll be like, even though that might not be exactly that, but do you want to hang out? And you'll be like, no, I have to get this thing done. Or I'd love to spend time with you. How about next Wednesday? So really clear answers. Okay. So this hand on the heart is something I recommend for you every morning. Like when you get up, go ahead and put your hand onto the heart and just allow it to guide you. And you could phrase a question like, what is most important for me for today? Or what does my heart want to tell me for today? You know, so every morning I have a little bit of a morning routine that I do and I recommend for my clients. And that's something that would really benefit you, kind of get a moment of clarity. And with that, you could draw a vision of how your day is going to go, how you'd like it to go, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have
No,
any
that's
questions?
great.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, no, no. That was awesome. No,
Okay, great. All right.
thank you.
You are so welcome. Well, and I'm going to call in my guides and helpers, and I'm going to call in your guides and helpers and anybody who could best help us to get the information we need for today. And if I have permission to look at your energy, please say, I accept this healing.
I accept this healing.
Great. So how could I help you today?
I am, I guess, I need healing on the concept of trust in different areas of my life.
Um,
I am working on spirit, spirit and enhancing my intuition and learning how to trust myself more on that, on the signs that I get. And also mistrust in men. I don't know, they're two separate topics, but more focused on the spiritual healing is what I'm looking for.
mhm.
Because
Okay,
I really want to be able to expand
this
on that.
is great. Okay, show of hands, how many people could relate to what she's talking about? Yep, yep. See, you asked a relevant question. Okay, all right. So, all right. And is there anything, one particular thing that you want me to look at as it relates to that?
If there's any blocks that are preventing me from fully being able to channel, because I've been practicing meditating and I want to be able to channel.
Okay. So the first thing I see when I look at your energies, there's this wall like right here, right in front of your face. And there's more of like, it's like the wind is blowing you backwards, like gravity is almost taking you backwards. And you have this resiliency that you've been like, tossed down to the ground before, and you always get back up and you always keep going. And you're really good. I don't know if you've accessed this yet, but whether or not you have accessed it, like maybe for a niece or somebody, to motivate people to kind of keep going, like you could do it.
I'm
And
very optimistic.
yes,
That's my personality.
yes. So the image I'm seeing is this door that you want to open, but you just can't open it. And the door represents like going forward, like to the next step. And it's sort of like, it's just safer staying where you are and not changing anything. Like, so it's a dichotomy, it's like that push and pull that looks like it's going on. So let me look specifically now at the topic of trust. Let's see. Trust. Okay. So the first place I see it in is your throat, your fifth chakra. And it's almost like holding back the words that are actually your truth because you don't trust it's safe to actually say your truth. Just exhale that. Everybody who resonates with this, exhale. And when I look around you, not only is the door like the wall right here, but it's like all your aura is kind of pulled in close to you. And also it looks like you really want to protect people who you care about, like your inner circle.
Yes.
This is sort of like scorpionic energy, some Cancer energy too, where it's like, I really just want people close to me and I am here to protect them. Like I want, like you're a good
100%.
friend. You won't let anything, or you do all you can to not let anything bad happen to people around you. So that's a beautiful quality. So your question is, how do I trust more? What would that, what would that change in your life if you did trust more? And why is it you want that?
I think my life would be more beautiful if I'm able to, I'd be able to have more beautiful experiences, with people and conversations with people and not.
Like what?
Um,
Tell me one example.
um,
Like if I trusted more, then I might have this experience.
Being able to help people more if I were to trust my intuition and that voice that I hear, and being able to express what I'm thinking in in my purest form.
Mm-hmm. And just so I'm understanding you, do you mean that you're afraid you might say the wrong thing that could not have the result you want?
I'm afraid to be wrong. I'm afraid to be wrong, and I'm afraid of rejection.
Ah, okay, there. I was wondering what that specific flavor of it was. Okay, great, thanks. So for this, I'm going to go all the way back to your inner child. Whether or not you resonate or you follow me, just everybody shut your eyes. And I'm going to go back to, let me ask what age? 4. So let me bring up your little 4-year-old. Let me ask what she needs. What is it you need? She basically wants to be touched and held because she feels like she did something wrong or it's her fault. Something in the environment, could have been mom and dad, the way they reacted towards her, but she feels like she misstepped and it's her fault. So what I'm going to do is I'm imagining I'm holding the energy of her in my left hand. In my right hand, I'm going to send her love. If this resonates for you, see if you could take in this vibration I'm sending into your chest, which is the energy of love, because you didn't do anything wrong. Any little kid makes, silly mistakes, but you're okay. There's nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. Take that into your heart. And I'm like releasing and blowing out any of the energy where you learned that you did something bad or wrong. Or I see the sentence, I'm a bad person if blank, blank, blank. And there's like a million things. And this has to do with religious programming. Whether or not your parents were religious, it's that energy of that Puritanism. Exhale and blow it out. Keep staying with me. Blow it out. Good. Keep going. You're doing great. Like, I really want to validate you. The energy is changing and you are doing the work here. I'm just facilitating. So take the last moment to give love to this little 4-year-old. This is for everybody I'm talking to. And now go ahead and put your hands onto your heart. Talking to everybody here. Now I want you to see if she wants to come inside. Ask her. And if she doesn't, it's okay. She has free will. She could do whatever she wants. Just keep sending in the energy of love here. Send it in.
I feel good. I feel calm. I feel a little giddy inside, like a happy little kid is inside me.
Oh, good. I'm just waiting for my headsets to connect. Okay. Let me just check in on her now. Okay, and I'm asking for guidance on next steps for you. Okay, next steps are to keep reminding you of this. This is recorded, so I want you to re-listen to this and keep remembering that you haven't done anything wrong, and it's okay. Give yourself permission to be you. Stop judging you. Stop coming outside of yourself in third person and being like, you are going to fuck this up. You're going to do something wrong. You know what I mean? Give yourself the benefit of the doubt that you have goodness in your heart. You will do good and you are good. Does that make sense?
I'm very hard on myself when I do something wrong.
I know.
Wow. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Okay, go ahead and shut your eyes. I realize these aren't even working. Shut your eyes and take in the tranquility blue color. Just let it wash away all that old energy. And before you bend and balance, I want you to put your hands on your heart and make some kind of agreement with yourself around trust. Like, whatever it is, actually, I'll let you decide. Like, I'm going to trust myself a little bit more, I trust that in the next conversation I have, I'm not going to like micromanage every word that comes out of my mouth. And I'm just going to allow myself to be in my truth.
You want me to say it out loud or in my head?
No, just in your head.
Oh, okay.
You update this agreement, and everybody on this call, do this as well. If you have a trust issue and you resonate with this topic, just update your agreement with yourself about allowing yourself to be who you are and trust it's going to be okay a little bit more. Because if you have that critter mind telling you you're going to do something wrong, that's actually pushing you into the mistrusting state. And the law of attraction is what we put out is what we get back. As long as you don't put out the energy of distrust, you will attract more trusting people. Okay. And when you finish that, go ahead and bend forward and balance your energy. This is for everybody who just did this last healing.